Don't you dare laugh.
Some of y'all may have seen my previous video about Heaven and Ava's case. If not, I'll give a quick summary, but it's linked below. But I spoke to Heaven this morning and I wanted to give y'all some updates and also ask for your help again. Okay, so real quick for y'all who don't know, Heaven is a black mother from Gainesville, Florida, and she had her baby die at the hands of the police. Heaven was arrested while pregnant, and when she was at the jail, she went into labor and she screamed and begged for help for hours, and the cops and the nurse present ignored her. She ended up giving birth to baby Ava alone in her jail cell, and later baby Ava did pass away in her arms. But okay, so where are we at right now? So to nobody's surprise, the cops are lying right now. They're saying that they did provide medical help during her labor, and yet they refuse to put out the full video of the night, but they released some vague ass photos to support their story. Anyway, so I've been in touch with Heaven, and she can speak on this right now for legal reasons, but I can. She still very much needs financial support right now, so please donate directly to her Venmo or Cash App, and please share the story as much as you can. Please, let's show up for black women the same way as y'all showed up for Gabby.
So, I got a story time about my birthday when I went to Branson, Missouri. So, for my birthday, I went to Branson, Missouri, and I rode this thing called a mountain coaster, right? So, in this thing, it was a cool ride, awesome ride. So, I was dressed, because it was my birthday, I had on this, right? So, I didn't know that we were going to Branson to pretty much be an adult kid, ride go-karts, roller coasters, just do fun shit, bumper cars, water bumper cars, laser tag. But I wanted to be cute for my birthday because it's my fucking birthday and why not? So, we get on this sky coaster, y'all. So I'm on this sky coaster and riding. It is fun. Oh my God, it's going so fast, turns and blah, blah. So tell me why when you get to the part with a picture. Y'all tell me why I had a whole Janet Jackson moment at the Super Bowl. My whole boobie came out because the roller coaster shifted. And when it shifted, my boobie said, oh, bloop, bloop. Well, oh, y'all know. It gets worse, but it gets better for me because I thought it was funny. It got caught on camera. I didn't know they was taking pictures, right? So when we get out the roller coaster, we go in there. So the woman want to show me the pictures. Tell me why this old man in a wheelchair, old white man in a wheelchair, they just seen my whole boob popped out the thing. So he is just like, oh, yeah, I seen, like the lady at the front desk is so embarrassed for me. I ain't embarrassed. I'm like, it's funny. Like, I don't know these people in Branson. So it's like, she wouldn't show me the picture. She was like, well, I can't show you the picture. The man was like, show her the picture. Show her the picture. So he finally walked out the building, and she finally showed me the other picture. She was like, I'm going to make sure I delete this picture. I thought it was funny. So my husband was like, you know you have officially made it to that man's spank bank. I was like, I know. But y'all, it gets worse. Like, before we got on the coaster, why it was some Amish people there. So, you know, these Amish people is looking at me like, oh my God, she has tattoos. Her hair is green. She doesn't have on any clothes. Her breasts is exposed, her leg. Like, when I tell y'all, I don't care what nobody said, that was the best birthday ever. Because when I tell you I turned heads, but to know Amish people was looking at me and know that I had a Janet Jackson moment like she was at the Super Bowl, but I wasn't embarrassed like Janet. I was like, oh, well, everybody can see you titties. So that's my birthday story. That's part of it. And this is what I had on if anybody wanted to know. So, yeah, you could tell what really happened. This is what I...
Sitting here getting my fat bitch on. I gotta be in my bonnet about this. Gabby Petito is a 22-year-old young white woman who disappeared while on a trip with her fiancé. She was reported missing on September 11th. There's a lot of weird things about this. You're going to have to go read about it yourself. But, I mean, strangely enough, her truck ended up at his house, and she's not there. The thing that really irks me is, look at this headline. Police are urging her fiancé to come forward. Urging? That's white privilege. In a nutshell. If her fiancé was BIPOC, he'd have already had the goon squad come and arrest him, probably eaten some pavement, lost some teeth, have a broken nose, and be sitting in county lockup. And if she was BIPOC, this story wouldn't even be a story, and it wouldn't be on CNN. That's white privilege.
So, I have on my mind today the narrative of the angry black woman. It's so tired. It's so tired. I don't even know why. Lately, weird things keep happening to me. And when I tell you, for those that don't know me, I am one of the most least confrontational people. I'm laid back. I love art. I love science. I love things that make your brain think and work. So I say that to say, I keep getting hit with weird energy from, outside sources. I went to return something today, and, I had to do it really quick because, I had to go back to work. It was just very strange. Now, during COVID, they wouldn't let us return anything back in like 2020. So I didn't have the tag on it, but I had an email receipt for the item. So needless to say, I ended up back in the section that I would have been in because they needed to identify the item. When I tell you this lady went back and forth with me, it had to be 50 times. And I felt weird about the whole situation. She's telling me next time, make sure you have a tag on it. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay. So the same way you're about to give me a gift card, and it wasn't even a lot. It was like $14 out of the hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I've spent in that store. I've spent almost over $1,000 in that store just in the past couple of years. So the only reason I didn't want the item is because it was too heavy for my ears. All right. So I'm just confused. The lady's going back and forth with me, telling me about COVID, telling me that I should have a tag on next time. And I was like, okay, well, you are going to put a tag on that to resell it the same way that you would have if, I had returned it with a tag, correct? So I don't understand why you're giving me a hard time. It feels like you just want something to say to me. And she goes, oh no, because they're watching me on camera, and they want to, I was like, okay, they're watching you on camera, so they want you to say slick things to me on camera? Like, they can't hear you, so what's coming out of your mouth has nothing to do with them watching you on camera. It was just the strangest thing. I'm like, you're treating me as if I'm trying to steal an item that I already paid for. It's the weirdest crap. It's not your money. This isn't your store. So obviously there's an issue with you talking to me. She didn't want to help me. She kept when they returned the stuff that I returned up front, that was like $200 worth of merchandise. She kept messing with it as if, going over there or going to the next customer. And I'm just looking at this lady and I'm like, I'm like, can you come over here and finish helping me like you're supposed to be doing? It was just a very strange. My time's up on the video. Trying to eat a snack real quick before I finish this. So it was a very
not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna, nah, it ain't gonna work.
Wow, that is so crazy. Wow, thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, no, but seriously, it seems like everything in Black Mirror is coming into reality.
Bro, I'm right there with you. Side note, beautiful child. Back to this. So, do you remember the episode of Black Mirror where the white girl stood up for the girl in her office that was being treated very, very badly, and due to that, they dropped her score, which affected her getting the apartment that she wanted in the really nice neighborhood, and it affected her getting gas in certain places with her car, and she couldn't go about living and doing the things that she wanted to do. And when she would interact with someone, and if she had an attitude or was upset about something, because of how they approached her, they literally looked at her, rated her badly, and then went about her business. And ever since that episode, this came out right after that episode, and it has been happening for the last couple years, bro. They are literally exposing us to shit, so we'll be.
I want to address two things in this video. One is how white men fetishize black women and want to only be with them because of their body type. And two, understanding as Muslims, hijab isn't just exclusive to women. Men have a standard of modesty as well, and how it should also be applied to your character, how you treat others, and what you talk about online that's appropriate or inappropriate. That's a part of hijab. That's a part of being a Muslim and how you carry yourself, whether it's online or in person. So let me show you an example of what I think is inappropriate, and this video should be removed, and it's not.
Me personally, I like Somalians and Eritreans a lot. They got the big backs, usually, and I just like them.
Really struggling. I've been struggling for 2 years. Like, do you think I'll be on here saying what I'm saying if you all wasn't so rubbish and crap? Do you think I would? If women weren't such trash now.
On one hand, this brother is complaining that women are trash, which I think is false. And on the other hand, he's over here fetishizing Eritrean and Somali women and talking about and using an audio. It's not his voice. He's using an audio saying that he wants these type of women because of their body type. Y'all love to mercilessly bully hijabi women if their neck is showing. If something is not correct with the hijab, y'all will just go and tear into her. But where is that same passion when a brother is posting things that are inappropriate on TikTok? This is part of hijab. This is part of hijab. The way that you carry yourself online. That is immodest. That is inappropriate. That is not the character of the Prophet ﷺ, which we are supposed to emulate as Muslims. And I'm so disappointed in the Muslim community because they let these things happen. One, because they don't go after men for the way that they treat women or talk about women online. Two, they forget that reverts, I know that they're doing their best. I know that this is not all reverts, but we let them get away with a lot of things. And I know that they're struggling and getting used to the deen, but we also need to tell them, hey, this is not okay. And this is mixed in with pretty privilege and white privilege. And going back to the fetishization thing, look, as a black woman, I've been told this before. Oh, I would love to be with you because you're black and, they have like this certain type of body standard. So you don't want me for me, you just want me because of my race. This is problematic and wrong and disgusting. Do better, Muslims.
Let me get some!
What you gonna do to my ice cream sandwich and my talking?
You gotta give the people what they want, Dad. It's gonna be bussin'.
What is something that doesn't sit right with you?
That in the last decade, maybe two, the black church has been useless. Now, before y'all come in my comment section, I'm a Christian. To my beautiful black family, don't come in here trying to convert me now. We can talk about white supremacy and the patriarchy at a later date. And to my fellow black Christians, I don't care what your pastor, your deacon, or mother effort did for the homeless. I'm talking about as a collective for the last 20 years or so. In the midst that all the black community has been going through, the black church has been silent. If they put the same energy that they use when it comes to talking about tithes on a Sunday morning to actually putting in the work in the black community, they may be able to take the same stance and be as effective as they was during the civil rights movement.
Draw some black women. Come on now, don't be racially ambiguous. A lot of artists felt called out by that video. So many needed to comment that, oh, they were too lazy, or drawing black hair is too hard, drawing black women is too hard. And don't tell people what to draw. They could draw whatever they want. Like, if you couldn't draw black people, then don't even out yourself by commenting about how you can't in the comments. But something really got under their skin once it got addressed that a lot of these people that claim that they could draw people will never draw black people, especially black women. Also, a lot of people didn't catch that first half of the video. All those characters either suggested by the creator or heavily suggested are supposed to be black characters, but only the Zendaya type of black. And while I'm not surprised, I'm kind of disappointed. Despite all the views and the shares it's got, only one other video has popped up under that sound to answer to the challenge.
Hi guys, my name is Sun and I was Instagram friends with Gabby before her life was taken too soon. I see a lot of people who are frustrated and upset that Gabby's getting more media coverage than missing and murdered Indigenous women, POC, BIPOC, and everyone else. I haven't seen anyone posting any names of anyone who's missing. I haven't seen any last locations, who they were with last, what state, what town they're from.
Well, hello there, Gabby's Instagram friend. Your inquiry has reached the Black delegation, and so I'm here to offer you a response. Some members of the Black delegation thought that your video was not only accusatory, disingenuous, full of caucasity, and lazy. I don't think that, of course. I'm on your side.
Accusatory because it sounded like you're saying that we only care now because Gabby got so much attention. Disingenuous because you used the term missing and murdered Indigenous women, letting us know that you are in fact aware of the problem. Because almost every video about the missing and murdered Indigenous women and about the Black people coming up missing is followed by at least one name and even a photo. Could it be Gabby's Instagram friend that you just didn't notice because you don't care? I'm just repeating what I heard. That's not from me. The caucasity is directly linked to the laziness. Now, you may not have heard of this, but there is a search engine called Google. It's free. It's available to almost everyone who has internet connection. I see that you do since you uploaded this video. And what you do with it, Gabby's Instagram friend, is you type questions into it, and then answers pop up. For instance, instead of relying on BIPOC's emotional labor, you could use this resource to find out for yourself. Or you can even use TikTok like you are right now. All you do is go to the search part and you type in a hashtag like missing and murdered Indigenous women, Black children missing, Black women missing, Black men missing, and those videos will pop right up. I even made one of those videos myself. But I am glad to know that you now are aware of the Black community. Well, you've been aware of our culture for quite some time with the locks and the stretched ears. But now you're worried about our lives, and I'm excited for you. If you have any more stupid, lazy, and passive-aggressive questions for the BIPOC community, you can email us at doyourownfuckingresearch@gmail.com. I hope this answered all your questions. Congratulations on your white privilege, and as always, 10 out of fuck